What's up, guys? New show, new topic, a new Monday. So I'm not going to show anything, purely talking, almost like a podcast form. So you can listen while you drive, while you source, while you list items. Today's topic: why building relationships and reselling is key. And why is it key? Well, number one, you have options. Now, options on buying new inventory, selling inventory, options with friendships, partnerships, building common goals. And I would start off by saying that by focusing on one niche, like let's say for us, it's sneakers, jerseys, sportswear, and narrowing it down to, Nike Outlet, Burlington, Ross, Marshalls, we're going to see the same type of people, probably the same resellers, maybe other managers and other people know other store managers or other clients that would be interested in the items that you sell. So I challenge you today, or for even this week, that other reseller that you see at Ross or Burlington that you've never said hi to and you see him all the time, say what's up and see what happens. What about the manager that you may think is a manager? Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. How would you know if you don't ask questions and try to talk to somebody from that store, Nike Outlet, Ross, Burlington? Maybe you can build a relationship somehow and to see how you can help each other somehow, some way. You don't want one-sided friendships or partnerships or anything to where you're doing all the work or you're trying to help someone else and then there's nothing in return. Definitely want both sides to boost each other up, take each other up to the next level. So that is my challenge from this episode. Now, I have a couple examples. This might be all over the place, maybe a little ranty, maybe kind of random, but four or five things I want to cover. The first one, meeting local resellers. And I remember going to the Nike Outlet. This is probably late last year, early this year, going to the Nike Outlet and seeing the same resellers every Thursday, every Friday, every Saturday. And me not really knowing, like, where do they sell? Who do they sell to? Do they have online stores? And finally, one reseller from kind of like the group that I would see, I was like, hey, I saw your channel. I like what you do, things like that. And so we were able to talk. And now, I talk to him currently and definitely never would have known other relationships if it wasn't for this encounter, or maybe because of the channel, maybe because we started to talk somehow. And it's a very, very good thing because for after that, we're able to help each other out by different things. Number one, when Nike Outlet had 10 per style, you can only get 10 shoes per style. We're able to help each other out on different items. I brought my wife, so she was able to get 10. I got 10. Now my friend was like, hey, I can get 10 for you. Buy 10 of this shoe for me. I'll buy 10 of this shoe for you. And then I also let my other friend know that he can buy 10 for you. And then you can buy 10 pairs for him. Now, everyone had different marketplaces. I'm focusing on Stockx, Goat, eBay. And then the other guy that I talked to doesn't really have an eBay store, but he has local clientele that he sells to, and also sells a little bit Goat and Stockx. And then his friend sells most of the time in Mexico. So that's totally different clients over there that he sells to. And we're able to work with each other and buy products from Nike Outlet and able to clear out that inventory rather than making several trips back and forth and then losing out on some items. And I would say another example would be Super 64, I believe, and MC Thrifts, my boy Cisco. I believe they worked together maybe with somebody else at one of the Nike outlets. And I know they cleared out, I forgot what shoe it was, but they were able to work together and, clear that out on that inventory. And that's pretty cool too, because now, hey, make an agreement on what you're going to price it at and where you're going to sell it at. And then you also know, hey, if someone's undercutting you, they didn't, put up their part of the deal, then maybe you shouldn't be working with them anymore. And that's the thing too, like I said, you don't want this one-sided stuff to where that reseller that you meet is just trying to see what you're buying all the time. They have no interest in leveling up or even helping each other out somehow, some way. From that point on, you know where they're coming from, where they stand, you cut them, and you don't have to worry about that anymore. But at least you know a little bit more about them and what they're into, maybe what they're selling, maybe even figure out what their eBay store and what they're doing. So you can also work together, but you can also figure out more about that, what that reseller is doing. My second example is meeting sellers also to help you move products. So I know a guy that I met locally, and he pretty much has his own deal locally, like doesn't even have to have a store, nothing. Just over the years he's been doing this for so long, pretty much has his own clientele that if he finds a certain products for like teams, jerseys, shoes, he already has people that he knows that already wants it. He doesn't have to pay any fees. He's not paying online. He's not shipping stuff. And he already has quick cash money to make from those items. And that's pretty cool too. Something totally different. I also talked about someone that I met that also just mostly moves inventory in Mexico. And because of what's going on with the virus, some other opportunities came up from people not being able to buy stuff or sell stuff, and with the border being closed. So a whole thing, a couple of things happened, but new opportunities opened up for me and some of the other resellers from this. But that's another example. Another one is my boy Moose, Soul Status. If you want to go and check out his store, and I move products to him. He moves products to clients that come into his store all the time. So I'm making money. He's making money. We're both growing our own different way. And I like seeing that, to see from building a store from scratch, how he's doing that. And I want to see him be even more successful than he already is. I like seeing his post, seeing what kind of new inventory he gets in. He got some Kobe's that I like. Unfortunately, not my size. But yeah, it's pretty cool seeing that. And also I'm able to sell him some products, and then he can move those products out. My third example would be meeting other sellers online to help boost your business and their business. Clearly, the number one example for here would be Hustlebee. I've learned so much from him that when I started off reselling, yes, it was really to pay off my student loans. And of course, I loved Thrill of the Hunt, but I didn't really focus on one certain niche as far as like those stores. I was kind of all over the place, doing a little bit merch by Amazon, combination with, pawn shops and thrift stores and going to swap meets, things like that. But really, after meeting him and figuring out, what's the best way to kind of tackle this and grow, it was like focusing on that one niche and looking at it from the analytics part, the numbers part. How many products do you need? How can you get those products? How many products should you be selling per day? And things that I never really thought about, because like I said, I went into it having fun, making extra side money, and not really thinking of it as a full-time career. Because at the time I was also, working full-time. I really wanted to pay off my loans, build up side money, nice side hustle. And now it's at a totally different level, that if I never would have met him and other people, like I said, MC Thrifts, Moose, Gritty Girl Boss, Lister Sisters, other people that have helped me throughout this whole journey, then would not be anywhere near it's at right now. I would also say too, like a Gritty Girl Boss, like I mentioned, seeing things also from like saving extra money here and there using like Raise and other discounts and other ways to get around that, building that up for your capital. Also going out of town and helping me throughout for like sourcing and the events. Same thing with Lister Sisters, that they put on, a great event in Kansas City with Daily Refinement, and Rally Roots were there, and other people were there. Great successful event, and how we could implement that and have their help on our out hustled events. And so things that I never would have thought of or known of. Like, I don't know everything. I'm not a guru. I'm not claiming also to be a millionaire and know every single thing, but you learn quite a bit from other people who have done it before. And I would say, my main example for there, clearly, would be Hustlebee and the things that I've learned from him, and vice versa. I mean, he's learned a lot from me, even from the first time we talked about sourcing and everything. He had so many questions on how he could approach it. What do you do? What kind of look for? He'd watched all the videos, and all it was just like one Skype call, and he was out in the prowl already finding stuff. So that's my third example. Fourth example, meeting other sellers through events. Now, I also mentioned Out Hustled, and that is one of the events that we love because we can meet everybody that follows the channel that's there every Wednesday in the live show and see how we can help each other some way, somehow. We're not in the same city. We don't know everybody from the same areas, but we go to the same stores and we have the same goals and the money that we want to make. So that's extremely important. I think another example too would be the Phoenix meetup, which that's where I met Jeff and Soupies, which you probably follow him maybe on IG. And me and my wife, we did that first meetup before me and Hustlebee did Out Hustled or any of that. And we had probably around 25, 30 people show up. And it was super cool seeing, meeting everybody for the first time. And there's a couple that went that met some other people there that have became now like best friends almost. Like they're like, I can't believe from this one event, we made friends with this person. I know I'm not naming too many names, but we made friends with this person. And not only have they helped me my reselling business wise, but consider them to be one of my best friends now, talk every single week. And I was like, man, that is awesome. So that is from, I guess I can say his name, from Josh, but Josh is super cool dude. But they never would have met if it wasn't for that event. And I never would have made an event if it wasn't for the channel and for people watching the channel and wanting to go to these type of events. And from there on out, who knows what could happen. I would say from building the channel too, that there's a lot of people that were pretty angry as far as, hey, I've been selling at Ross for a long time now, Burlington for a long time now. Why did you let this out? This was a money-making secret and everything like that. I'm like, number one, this thing was not, reselling from Ross is not new. I know I didn't invent it. They didn't invent it. It's been around for a long time. And it's not rocket science either. All my stuff on the YouTube channel is free. Out Hustled, all we do is we meet up and yeah, we do charge, but really for the venue, for food, for giveaways, and really want to bring people together. But I don't have any courses and guides and all these things to, shove to you to make extra money on. Everything is on the channel. And once you figure that out, then it's up to you to figure out how you want to build that up further. And that's where the relationship part is key. And I'm pretty sure that there's people out there that started off watching the channel, figuring out sourcing, and then you start to figure out little shortcuts. Hey, who do I know that does this? How did I meet this person that is a manager here, manager there? What about these other resellers? Can we come together and buy this part or these units from this store or another bulk seller, things like that? So there's all these different options out there that come from maybe getting this somewhat secret out there. But if I didn't do it and none of this would have happened, there's no way my business would be where it's at without the channel and without meeting anybody. And number 5 would be the last thing. That's friendships over money. I believe that meeting these people, you only live one life. You're going to make money throughout. But meeting new people from across the U.S., having these common goals is, first off, it's crazy. It's remarkable. It's insane how you can meet all these different people around the U.S. There's no way you'd have done this before without social media and without, IG and Twitter and YouTube and these things. Because like Hustlebee, Gritty Girl Boss, these are family to me. And I know family doesn't talk every single day. Even me and my own brother, we don't talk necessarily every day, living in different cities. But we know that we have each other's back in business, friendship, family-wise, anything that we need, and we need to talk to somebody or have someone there to share ideas. they'll always be there for us regardless. And building these friendships over whatever money you're going to make is extremely important. Another example I would say is Hacking the Matrix. I know you guys have watched their YouTube channel. They're also from El Paso, and they haven't made any videos in a while. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure they are still sourcing. I've seen them from time to time, and I just thought it was weird that people were kind of like sending me messages like, why, what's going on here with this? Like, why? I don't know why aren't I finding everything, or why, I don't know. I'm kind of like weird comments or weird questions on how someone else also in my area is getting inventory or something, which is weird. And to me, it's like, I want to see other people succeed. You can build a YouTube channel, even if you are, yes, in my area. You can still get a bunch of finds, even if you are in my area. You're going to grow. You should be able to grow. But the truth is, I'm still going to get mine regardless. And so it's kind of like seeing other people find stuff. Brian, what's up? He's also in my area. You might have seen him on IG too. Maybe you have, maybe you haven't, but there's different sellers that I see all the time that when they find stuff and I see them in store, hey, what'd you pick up? Cool. I picked up this, I picked up that. And sometimes we don't even pick up the same items. And I may pick up some stuff that they wouldn't pick up, and vice versa. Like, we just don't know. Comes down to capital and what your store looks like. What are you willing to spend? Do you think that's a good product to resell or not? And like I said before, like, I didn't have any problem with anybody else, even in my area. Go ahead, like, grow, get your products, do what you can. But I can tell you right now, do whatever you want, do whatever you can. I'm still going to get my products regardless, from stores or from bulk sellers or wherever I'm getting stuff from. It's going to happen. So I think we can both succeed some way, somehow, in different ways. And I don't really see a point in bringing all this like hate on someone else just because they also want to resell. And people need to understand too that not everyone is also looking to do this full time. Some people are looking to make extra money on the side to provide for their family, to pay for student loans, to pay for a car loan. Maybe they have a goal to get into a bigger house or to do something else. And you should be able to achieve those goals, and without someone else thinking they, I don't know, own the place or something, which is weird. And the funny thing is too, is that I've also met resellers locally, two different guys. Number one, super cocky dude that pretends he knows everything, gets everything, never makes mistakes, but yet at the same time is not a millionaire, and and always is kind of like the hey, I got this today, I found this, I'm doing that, I sold this, I made big money for that. Haven't even seen this dude in months now. No clue where they're at, what they're up to, what happened. And I don't know, disappeared. And life also happens. And that's why I think too, it's funny when some of the big time guru guys that come out on IG or YouTube want to tell you how to do things, and they know every single thing, and then they disappear months down the road, even a year down the road. This channel's already been up for years, and I don't plan on going anywhere. Yeah, sure, right now is a little bit tough because it's Q4 time. And I'm all over the place with listing items and trying to make videos or whatever, but I've been pretty damn consistent with uploading videos and keeping the channel going for years now. I've seen people come and go that have told me they know everything about everything. So, and that's the thing too, the relationships you don't want. You want the ones that are going to help each other out, and how you're going to bring someone else to another level, how they're going to help you take your business to another level as well. So almost like 20 minutes in. I know it's kind of a random topic today, but going back to my challenge, go try to talk to somebody that's also reselling, that could be a manager at a store, could be another reseller that's local, could be a reseller through IG, through YouTube, that you see on the live show, that you see posting things on IG. Maybe see what kind of area they're from. What are their goals? Are they selling full-time, part-time? Maybe you're in the same boat to where you're both reselling part-time but have a full-time job, and you want to both take that to the next level, and you can share different goals, different strategies every day to get to that point. So that's my show for today, for Monday. And let me know what you think in the comments and who you're talking to, or maybe in the comments you can let me know who you did reach out to and what did they say. Did it go well? And kind of going from there, maybe down the road, did it develop into something else? So thanks for listening. I'll see you guys on Wednesday's live show and another new video on Friday. Go out